Champions again. Champions again. Ole, ole.
Yo, Big Foo, what are you saying?
Mewa.
Champions League, you're a champion now, yeah?
Hey, listen, I've waited 17 years for one of these babies. I'm gonna milk it for every second. Have you spoken to Coach Cams yet?
He ain't picking up my calls.
Let me give him a bell. I know he's still sore about that Europa League loss.
Alright, cool. No worries, bro. Let me know.
Bathe with you. I'm gonna eat with you. I'm gonna sleep with you.
You are culture cams. You are powerful. You are.
Hello.
Coach Cams, how's your summer been, brother?
My summer's been brilliant. Well, what do you want?
Listen, man, summer's over. Rest time is over. We got business to attend to, brother. FCM. Maze is headed down there now. I'm on my way there now.
Alright, cool. I'ma be there.
Let's go.
Season 3, we're back.
This is FCM on DR Sports, and it's live. Whoa. Whoa.
Look at it!
Feels good to be home.
Look at it!
Whoa. What is
this? I like this. I can't lie. I can get used to this.
Where are we, bro?
Get used to this.
Where are
Is this
we?
DR?
This is the FCM world.
Whoa.
Hey, listen.
Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to yet another season of FCM Football Culture Movement. You know what time it is? Round of applause for that.
Come on, baby.
We are back. New season,
back, baby. We're
new
back,
seating
we're back,
arrangements,
we're back,
new
we're
studio. Go and tell the people we're back. We gave them the summer. We said do your thing. Don't worry, we'll come back. We are back, live in the flesh, live and direct. You already know what time it is. If you're new around here, welcome. You're in for a treat. If you've been here for a while, welcome back. We've missed you. We know we took the summer off. We know we left abruptly, but listen, we're back in full effect and we've got a lot of good stuff coming. But listen, it's only right that I introduce our esteemed family here, you know, because there's some new people here. So starting off, we call him the podcasting Pepe, the aggressive one, SDS Tactical. You saw what happened.
That's a new one.
You saw what happened when they won Baller League. You saw what happened.
back.
The voice of the Spurs, a European champion.
Hey,
Wow.
new one. Hey, say that again.
A European champion.
Yeah.
The best Somali hairline you have ever seen. Please give it up for the one and only
I love that intro.
Fuad
Come
Kadani.
on. Come on. Yes, people. Hey, it's good to be back, man. It's
And next to
good
him,
be back.
in our new seating arrangement, they call him the cult hero, the protagonist. If he sets their agenda, like Drake, you know how sticky it gets. It sticks. If he puts a curse on one of your team members, just know they're in for trouble.
peak.
He told Lewandowski he wants 40. You know what happened? He gave 40. He told Dalla I want a performance. You know what happened? He won trophies. He tried to hug Roy Keane. Roy Keane said, you know what? I'll give you a little side hug. Please give it up for the one and only, the real man aficionado, Cunha Mbuemo.
Hey, this is the energy for the new season that we needed. Mewa, big up yourself.
I'm back, baby.
Big up yourself.
Back.
And of course, they call him the voice, the inspiration, the host with the most. They read the captions on verses. They know what happens when he speaks to players. Ask Eze, ask Cole Palmer.
Anointed.
Anointed. Ask Saka. Anointed. He gives you the motivation on X, then lives it out. No lies in his raps. The one and only.
He won't be introducing himself.
Come on, Mayowa.
Let's go.
Hey, listen, man.
For this season, I love it.
Let's
Listen,
go.
We
Nah,
are
let's
back,
get into
man.
nitty
We're
gritty.
back. Let's get into nitty gritty. If you're new around here, we have a little tradition that we do here. It's to pay homage to good performances and things that make us happy, which is 3 points. So if your team went out this weekend and did what needed to be done on the first weekend of the Premier League action, or if you support teams outside the Premier League, so we don't discriminate, your team has done it again, please give it up for the 3 point collectors. Worldwide, you did your thing.
One and only, baby.
Obviously, hold tight the participants as well. You know, it takes two to tango.
You don't need to.
And of course, usually we start by reviewing the big game of the weekend. And all pre-season, United and Arsenal was held up as this big match, you know. This was the matchup that lit the Premier League on fire. We've got two strikers making their debuts potentially. We wanted your striker, you wanted our striker. To me, to you, what's going to happen? And to be, you know, quite honest, the match didn't live up to the vibe I wanted. But there are a lot of talking points. And of course, Cam, you are our Man United resident in the building. Please, how are you feeling after that game? It was, of course, a loss. But from what I'm seeing on online discourse, it seems like United are the less angrier side compared to Arsenal.
You know what? It's 50-50 for me. Like, at the end of the day, there was positives. Man United did, I think, with a better team, and I think United deserves to not only at least get a point, but at least win the game, even win the game. So when I look at that, I think to myself, okay, that's a positive. You know, there's some individual performances maybe we'll speak about that I'm like, okay, I'm encouraged. You know, if we can perform like this, if we can take this further into the season, then you're excited. But then at the same time, I look at it and I think to myself, well, did Arsenal really need to get out of second gear? They didn't really need to. Do you know what I mean? Like, they got their goal, however jammy it was, they got their goal. And in the end, even though it wasn't a great performance from Arsenal, they got 3 points at Old Trafford. And I think to myself, even at our best, we threw our best shot. You know, David Adelaide yesterday, he was swinging. The guy wasn't going down. Yeah. You know, in your boxing, when the chin, you know what I mean, we'll swing it. Arsenal's chin, they firmed it. So at the end of the day, are you disappointed if your chin got tested and you lived on? You know what I mean? So Arsenal, that's the thing. We tested them, but our best still wasn't good enough. Our best still wasn't good enough. So that's the point where I'm kind of disappointed. So I'm in mixed emotion. A loss still hurts. Losing to Arsenal at Old Trafford as well. That hurts. But I'm not gonna lie and sit here and melt down and, you know, go crazy. There is things that I hope we get into with Ruben Amorim and stuff that I was disappointed with. But it's game week 1.
Yeah.
We gave it everything against Arsenal. I think we should have won the game, and, you know, we just take it from there.
I think that's my only issue with kind of the result of your game is I didn't feel like you lot actually put your best foot forward. I felt like the performance was decent and you actually kind of dominated the ball, if you like, maybe had more chances or whatever. But I didn't feel like your best players were out there. I always feel like
does that start from the lineup?
Opening day of the season, you play out with your best players out there. You play out with your fittest players out there. Why Ahmad is not starting? Because you saw the difference he made, not only in the second half of the season, but the second half in this game. Then you've got your new Sesko signing, who all the talk is about leading up to this game. You're talking about how fit he is, and, you know, you've been so impressed with his physicality. Why not start him? Like, you're playing Mason Mount in a false 9, and it was weird because the way they kind of played it as well. I tweeted out, the first 2/3 of the game, they couldn't stop swinging crosses into Mason Mount and an empty box. You get 6'5" Sesko coming on, and all of a sudden we want to play tiki-taka, intricate, little 1-2, and I'm like, what is the game plan here? So part of that where I was like, Ruben Amorim, I feel like you should have put your best foot forward. Because if you did, you could have actually won this game. If Sesko was out there from the start, I feel like it could have been a different end product in terms of those crosses.
Let me ask you
Ahmad, I felt like you would have had way more urgency in terms of another thing as well, your midfield. We'll talk about that as well, but non-existent, so you're kind of almost forced to go down the byline. And I was like, Ahmad should have been on way earlier.
And
half time.
With that though, quickly, Cam, like, what did that team selection, because obviously you did your watch along, you've done your review now as well, go and check that out if you're listening, people, but what did that lineup say to you about Amorim's approach? Because for me, and Fred, you said it, when you're coming into a new season, you want to start with your best foot forward. You're at home, first day of the season. There's been loads of talk, however how long. And of course, in an ideal world, this would have been Amorim's first game. He wouldn't have come halfway during the season. But this is it now. You've signed players. You've made signings. You've brought guys in. But you're still not starting what would be deemed the best squad, even though everyone's of physical condition to start. What did that say to you?
The thing is, right, I think even, yes, we didn't, the lineup that we put out, for me, signals that we walked into in the game with a pragmatic mentality. You know what I mean? We walked in there pragmatic, you know, Dalot starting. I don't know how Luke Shaw still starts games 2025.
That was another one.
That's just whatever.
What the hell?
Dalot starting, Mason Mount in the false 9. These are the little decisions, right, that you think to yourself, it's the first game of the season. Sun is out. Everybody's trying to forget about what happened last season. Put the signings that we brought in. Put Ahmad into the game. As you said, we bypass our midfield completely. So we attack down the wings a lot. And then you have your best winger in the team, from last season, on the bench. So you're getting moments where we're overlapping. Dalot's trying to overlap, but the end product is non-existent. And then not only is his end product, no one's in the box.
Yeah.
So even if his end product was good, we ain't got a focal point in there. And the thing that I was disappointed about is that we had a poor game against Fiorentina in pre-season. And Amorim, first thing he said was, for me, it was good, but we didn't have a focal point, so that's why we played bad.
Yeah.
So then you've got the opportunity, first game of the season, you've been talking about Sesko's fitness, how physically brilliant he looks in training, everything is good, he's ready, and then he's sitting on the bench. So for me, the lineup was uninspiring. And I think many United fans can agree with that. You look at the reaction when we saw the lineup, uninspiring. Now, this next point, though, is we did play better in terms of how we approached than I thought we would, to be honest, right? We did play better in terms of, I thought we're going to relieve the pressure and let Arsenal come against us, and we're just going to try to soak it up and counter.
Yeah.
But we did play a little bit more with it. There was a point that Man United had 77% possession. So I was like, okay, cool. We did play that. But when you get in them attacking areas, you're then like, where's the striker? Where's Ahmad?
Yeah.
We tried to score goals today through a 30-yard Dogu shot. Good shot, hit the post.
Hit the post, yeah.
Cunha, 70-yard dash, running through 6 man. You know what I mean? Like
Sonic Hedgehog vibes.
Yeah, so you know what I mean? So for me, obviously, Mbuemo had his chance in the second half with Reijnders moving like a cat and stuff. But I think if we had our best players out on the pitch early, we could have won this game. I think we wasted too much time. You know, when Ahmad came on for Dalot, you were kind of like, why was Dalot even playing? You know what I'm trying to say? Why was Dalot even playing? I like Dalot, but we're trying to make the wing backs are meant to be offensive. Part of the attack. You know what I'm saying? And in the midfield too, non-existent. Yeah. And this is my only issue with the setup. We don't play through the midfield at all. There's no need for the midfielders. And when they do get the ball, they hoof it. Yeah. They hoof it. They're rushing
Bruno's
it. Because everything is low.
Came on and almost gave the ball.
Everything is low probability passes. Mason Mount's trying to swing it 60 yards. Bruno's trying to swing it 60 yards, losing the ball. Casemiro, first time, always trying to clip it. When I'm looking at that, I'm just thinking to myself, like, we don't allow ourselves to get combinations to create real chances. Yeah. That's the thing. To create real chances. A lot of our chances are half chances that turn into a full chance. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
They're not fully worked, crafted chances. You know, what did you
make of the new boys?
Yeah, let's go through them.
Cunha both started.
Start with those two.
Thoughts on their performance?
I moved.
We did a video where we on my social actually, and you were like, you said that's the new.
It's a hot take.
It's a hot take.
It was hot in that sauna. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it was about 75 degrees, right?
But the fact that you said that obviously it was a hot
Cunha
take, but
Mbuemo,
those two could be like a 2-man step.
Yeah.
Based on what you saw today, are you encouraged of the signs that could come this season?
There was moments where I looked at them and I thought, wow, that's an upgrade on what we had last season. You know what I mean? Some of the touches, some of the moments, I was like, wow. Cunha especially, he just started turning it up.
As the game went on.
Honestly, bro, I thought I saw Kaká.
Stop!
No,
you said down the watch along. No,
bro, for a second I thought it was Kaká. But man, creeped it
Semenyo did the same thing 2 days ago.
But did he
you were saying Kaká.
Did he creep
But now it's Kaká because it's Cunha.
When Semenyo did it, we're calling him Yaya. We're calling him Yaya.
Get on my face, man.
We're calling him Liao. We're calling him Baby Liao. So why can't we say Kaká?
No, because you're just saying it because he's Brazilian.
No.
If he was French, what would you say? It's Pogba.
No.
No, you wouldn't say. You only said it's Kaká because he's Brazilian.
The running, man's craving in the air and running power.
You wouldn't have thought they lost, you know.
Nah, bro.
Let's say Kaká.
You know what? I can't lie. I saw the run. It was mad. It was insane.
The thing is,
but
you
went straight away Kaká. Hold on.
You lot think this is new. I saw him turn into Kaká first game of the season under Ten Hag. When he made Casemiro. That's the first game where I was like, oh, Casemiro might have to retire soon. Do you know what I mean? Literally, bro, his running power, the way he can run through, his touches, some of the silk. I think once they get familiar with each other, I'm confident with them too in terms of they'll be good signings, and this is why I'm always big on signing the best of the rest in the Premier League. I think them two were up there with the best of the rest last season. And Mbuemo, a couple chances, getting on the ball as well, positive. My only thing with him is I don't know if it's because of the midfield two because the midfield two are not really getting on the ball too much, but I felt like he was a little bit too much in playmaker mode. I'm thinking to myself, I know you can create, but I don't see you as a playmaker. And I was looking at him today, and I felt like he was having to playmake, and that's not what I saw from Brentford. And obviously, Brentford have Damsgaard, they have Norgard at the time, and who was the other midfielder? There was one other midfielder. There was one other midfielder, but
Janelt?
Was whoever it was. It allowed Mbuemo not to get on the end of things. And when he does get the ball, you see like Mo Salah gets the ball when it matters, creates.
It almost feels like you go to a better team to do less work.
Yes,
And instead he's come to United and he's having to do more work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying that though?
Dictate the game. I'm like, what?
Because with them two signings, they're big signings. And when you were doing your watch along, I was saying to you, it reminds me slightly of, again, not comparing in any way, shape or form, but you know how at Liverpool you had your Mane, you had your Salah, and it's like, we're both trying to eat. And then you had the neutralizer, and Firmino was like, listen, guys, I'll serve up the plates. Everyone eats. There's times where they're both trying to get on the rock, and it's like, no, you're both in the same space. I think if they figure that out, but it means that someone else is going to have to be that glue for them. And you're right with Mbuemo. Because there's no midfield, he's having to get busy and be like, we need to do stuff. And back in the day for Tony, he used to do a lot of Tony's running and stuff back in the day, and I just don't want him to end up doing too much of that, because you've seen what he could do going forward.
Definitely we need him to be potent. You look at your midfield, I'm sorry, you don't have the right profiles. I almost feel like you've got Bruno, Kobe, who's out of favour, Casemiro, who's obviously on his last legs, Ugarte doesn't really fit the plan.
Lord.
So as long as that is kind of like the glue between your defence and attack, and I've said elsewhere, centre-back, you've got depth, wing-back, you've got depth, attackers, you've now rejuvenated that. Your midfield and your goalkeeper are your two weak links, and the two weak links you can't afford to have though is your midfield and your goalkeeper. Because today you don't concede that goal, you have a better goalkeeper. Today you actually maybe create and dominate even more if you have a better midfield. Your forwards are actually allowed to be forwards rather than creating and dropping deep and going wide. And I think this season, Cunha and Mbuemo are going to have to do just as much work as they did at Wolves and Brentford.
And the thing is, you want them to still be themselves, right? You still want them to be themselves, but that is something that we're going to have to figure out. I think Ineos, we are going to have to dip into the market for a midfielder. The Baleba thing is probably...
Are you a believer?
Bro,
are you a believer?
I'm a believer thing, man.
Coach accounts, are you a believer?
Right, anyway.
Justin Believer.
All this, I'm a believer, bro. You don't play for my club, I'm not a believer, nothing, fam. I'm a believer of Christ. You know what I mean? I'm a believer. Who are you, bro? You know what I mean? Who you see, bro? You don't play for my team, bro.
Who are you a believer
for, bro?
The one and only Allah.
Yeah, I'm saying so, but I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see who we get, but we 100% need a midfielder. And if there's any reminder that we need a goalkeeper, today was the day. Like, I know it wasn't Onana who's our first choice, but that was just another reminder where it's like, guys, we can waste the season by silly individual things like that.
Both your goalkeepers be cheeks. Like, not one, but both. No matter who you play.
Who's the third keeper? Is
Tom Heaton.
Is Tom Heaton?
I genuinely think.
Come on.
I genuinely think
Cams,
there's a
don't
case
do it.
for Tom Heaton being our best goalkeeper, bro. No, you think it's a joke. I genuinely think there's a case that Tom Heaton might be our best goalkeeper.
Big John's out there, free agent if you want. You know what I mean?
Good distribution.
Hafed, we can give you 2-month loan.
You said he can play for Barcelona.
You can play for the Barcelona,
you know
bro. Hafed, 2-month loan. Listen, just talk to Sharky. We can cut a little fee there.
Wait, is he still?
Come on, baby. SCSFC till he dies.
Oh my god.
You signed to death row. You signed to death row.
Oh man. Of course, there is the other side of this fixture. I want to speak about the Arsenal side as well.
Wait, can I just give a special shout out to Delit's performance today?
Yeah, please.
I think it was a colossal performance, and it's funny because the last time I said that he had a colossal performance, it was against Arsenal as well in January, which is, I don't know if he just likes playing against Arsenal, but the physicality that he showed today, the aggression, and even when we needed a goal, he started popping up in the box, tried to get a shot off. Even with the last chance that we had, he got the flick on it. He was playing like he wanted to will us to win, and that mentality was infectious. So I want to give a shout out to him. And lastly, before we move to Arsenal, if I'm Kobe Mainu and I'm seeing Man United chasing a game, and Ugarte and Harry Maguire come on again before me after the season out of being out of favour last year, I'm starting to have concerns. He hasn't signed that new deal, bro. That new deal hasn't been signed. I'm starting to have concern. I know he's young, but you're looking at the system. It's looking like he's not in favour with Ruben Amorim. Does he suit the system? I don't really know. I'll start being concerned, man. Honestly, I'm seeing Harry Maguire hoofball for 15 minutes, and then Ugarte, my goodness.
Dios mío.
Like, it's bad enough starting, let alone when we're chasing a lead. Ugarte, and then he comes on and takes that shot that like Thomas Partey did v Southampton.
No, but he forfeited possession before that.
I love a good shin kick.
No, let's stop this.
I like a good shin kick.
No, but shin kick with
Ugarte
class.
is
Shin kick
special,
with, shin kick with class.
There has to be a level of I can play football.
Like Paina, you're a shin kicker, but I can rock with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Ugarte,
Yeah.
Hey, brother.
Broski.
When he came on and gave that try, set up basically Maguire for the own goal.
Yeah.
I said, you see you, enemy of progress. That's what you are. EOP.
Hospital just everywhere. Just
Bro.
Honestly, but man.
Dorgu as well. I think Dorgu deserves a shout.
I really like Dorgu. I really like Dorgu.
Especially because of how the perception was changing him in some ranks. Like, if seeing how he did his preseason, how he performed today. If he wasn't gassed out at the end,
He gassed out at the end.
he could have probably helped you guys get a win. But I mean, we've got to speak about the Arsenal side though. You spoke about
Arsenal.
You spoke about De Ligt's performance. I think it's only right that if you're speaking about De Ligt's performance, you have to speak about the person that he went up against for most of the game.
Yeah.
Who was Victor Gyökeres. A lot was made of Arsenal signing him.
Gyök, listener.
Should we do it now?
No.
Sorry, I had to get that one in early. sorry.
But what did you make of Arsenal's performance? The lineup started with two centre backs at fullback with Ben White and Calafiori. Calafiori got the goal.
Yeah.
Zubimendi, there was a lot spoken about before the game because of his pre-season performances. What did you make of for me, I thought Arsenal looked lackluster. I mean, you said on your live stream they didn't have to go out of second gear. And I mean, ultimately for them, a win is a win. I think they go to Leeds next. You take the 3 points, you get out of there. United, one of those fixtures where emotion can get into it. But for most of the game, when I looked at Arsenal, if you take away David Raya's saves, which you can't because obviously that's what goalkeeper's there for, they just didn't seem to be this impression of how you want to start the season. We're going to go into City and Liverpool.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's how any team wants to start the season. You get the 3 points, great, but it's not performance. I think
that's the only thing I would say, because it's almost like the first game of the season. You just want to get a win on the board. They don't really care how it comes. Goalkeeper mistake. Calafiori last season spent the majority of it injured, but he popped up with goals here and there. And I think today pops up with another one. I thought one player that actually kind of started well and set the tone well, I thought Odegaard. Odegaard actually, the first 45, 60 minutes, I was like, hey, you're looking like you heard Tony Adams talking.
Got involved in challenges as well.
Yeah,
you
heard
Tony Adams talking this season. You said, you know what? It's time for me to wear this correctly. Let me adjust this. So I thought he started well. The defense keeping a clean sheet, I think that's all they really look for.
Gabriel was good.
You would have. I think the biggest thing they would have wanted is Gyökeres, obviously getting off the mark. Considering every other striker kind of scored this weekend, it's just a shame. I feel like the performance wasn't there to go with it because he looked heavy. Is the best way I can describe it, bro. He looks like he's lumbering, like his feet are genuinely heavy, and I don't know whether it's pre-season match fitness or Timberlands, you could say,
Timbs.
Dr. Martens, maybe. What's them steel-toe caps they wear?
The big
JCB.
The Super S, Triple S.
What's that? Was that JCB? Is it
Triple S Balenciagas.
That's the
No, but what's the brand that it's got the yellow thing on it?
Cat boots. Caterpillar boots.
Caterpillar,
Steel-toe caps. Them ones there. You know the bus driver specials? Them ones there. That's what it felt like every time you saw him go on a run or whatever. It was just like, just lumbering a little bit. I don't know whether that's with fitness, he will come and look sharper, but I thought he was meant to be, especially almost on a transition. I felt like Arsenal were playing a bit on the counter-attack today. There was a few moments and he
ran over the ball at one point.
You know what it is, that was the one when I think it was 1v1.
That was a transition. We thought this is the moment.
He just tripped over the ball and you just thought, this is one of those debuts.
No, I think when you look at Gyökeres, I think Arsenal fans, I think everybody knows though, like, you're going to have to accept his flaws as long as he scores goals. I think there's the same thing with Haaland. Like, Haaland has flaws, but I'm not saying Gyökeres is Haaland because Haaland's generational with what he does. But you're going to have to accept some of his flaws. How many times have we come in here, talked about Haaland in a big game? No touches. What? 7 touches. You're going to have to accept that as long as Gyökeres scores goals. Technically, I don't think he's at a high level in terms of his technical ability and stuff, as you're saying. The thing about it in Portugal as well, which we often speak about, is that physically he felt like he maybe on a different level to those in that league.
Yeah.
De Ligt is a strong centre half, but there's plenty of De Ligts in terms of strength and aggression in the Premier League. So he's got to get prepared to play against guys like that. I thought he should have been a little bit more clever and pull off maybe to Lenny Yoro, because he had one moment with Yoro, pinned him, Yoro pulled him down, foul. I was like, oh, he should have looked at that like,
But that
oh,
was
you're
even high up the pitch as well.
but he should have looked at that and thought, food, you could be food.
Yeah.
But with De Ligt, bro, there's Tarkowskis, there's all these type of guys. They love that kind of combat. So I'm kind of looking at it and I'm thinking he's probably going to have to do a lot more, or just he's going to have to be a lot sharper up there.
It's funny
to score goals in the league.
It's funny you mention this because we're going to get into like other games and debuts and stuff, but Hugo Ekitike, after his game, the first thing he mentioned is like what they say about the Premier League is real. This intensity is mad.
Yeah.
It's mad physical. After 60 minutes, I was cramping up. And I think sometimes that's a side that's kind of forgotten about. Like, you can punch up all of these barmen in Portugal, but when you come to the Premier League, like, it's a different kettle of fish.
One thing you don't want to get into, though, is too much of the hustle and bustle.
Exactly,
as well,
because when the
that's what
moment of quality needs to
Højlund
come...
got caught into that, where
Exactly.
you had that kind of, advantage in Atalanta, Højlund, getting into those kind of physical battles.
Yeah.
You don't want to come in and start thinking, oh, the Premier League's physical. All right, now all I'm going to do is physical battles. It's like, no, you still have to be able to score and contribute elsewhere, in my opinion.
What I would also say about Arsenal as well is, I know a lot has been made of Arsenal signing of a striker, and everyone's like, this is the missing piece of the puzzle to get them to the promised land. I don't know if I completely agree with that. There's a super chat that came in. Matt says Saka only has 6 non-penalty goals since April. Saying stuff since April is mad because the season ends whenever.
That's mad.
So it's a bit.
The whole summer,
exactly.
Just to make it look mad.
What the issue that, or not the issue, but the thing I perceive with Arsenal is, one, you have to share the goal load away from Saka because ultimately he got injured. But two, there's a creativity issue because Havertz was getting to goal scoring opportunities last year at times and passes weren't really coming through, or when he does, he squanders his chances. They still need to figure out how to play creatively to free a Gyökeres or whoever it's going to be. And I think it's one thing getting a striker, but if you're not creating passing lanes and whatnot,
I think that's why
getting a striker doesn't mean goals. That's what people don't realise.
I think that's why Arsenal are high on wanting like an Eze and stuff. Now, I don't think Eze is the best playmaker in the Premier League, but Eze, what he does is he can attract players because he's central dribbling.
Lively.
He is different. The way he central dribbles is crazy. The way he runs through
That's a new term for you.
Yeah, man.
Central dribbling.
He's central dribbling, bro. Come on, man.
Hey,
yo.
the James Alcott, the James Alcott effect of the footballing space.
The school of Alcott.
Central dribbling.
I do think, though, in terms of Gyökeres, one trouble he is going to have is, one, he's obviously got the Havertz, who's still there, who did well last year, let's be honest, till he got injured or
he was
whatever.
actually better when he came on again today. Then
so you're going to have that kind of on your back.
Still got
but then
Marino.
also there's going to be the comparisons of, one, Sesko if he turns up. There's going to be Ekitike. There's going to be Isak if he potentially moves. There's Haaland. There's so many strikers around the league now. If that was the missing piece to kind of come in now, you're going to be judged very harshly. And this might be almost like the most difficult season to come in because they need that title and you have to be the driving factor in it. So if he doesn't start over the next couple of games hitting goals and people start doing 004, 005 or counting now, it could get long for him.
It's a season of nines for this season. I think a lot of everyone's kind of focused on trying to get a 9. It's going to be, as you said, the competition for that is going to be high. But I think overall Arsenal, maybe we can't, I'm just judging on his individual actions, but overall Arsenal, as we said, they feel like they didn't get our second gear, but I would even say they didn't get our second. They weren't really good. They weren't good today.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. They weren't good today. Saka was way off it today. Them in general were just off it. So maybe we can't dig anyone out in particular.
It's still
you just
3
kind of
points,
got to
innit?
look here. They got the 3 points. They got Leeds next, but then the concern is then they got Liverpool, and then I think they got Newcastle a few weeks after. So they want to get that out. Listen, rusty against us, warm up against Leeds because Arsenal play like that against Liverpool. Yo, Liverpool ain't United, bro. They're packing something up. So I would say that.
I hear it.
Yes, you know what I mean.
I want to quickly go through these super chats. If you want us to go through super chat, make sure you send it now because we're going to go into different segments. User says Chelsea United hyping themselves up all summer, only to be humbled in the first game of the season is truly poetic. I don't think United got humbled. I think they're encouraged. And Chelsea, we're still on the beach, bro. What the hell, man? Be careful you speak to world champions, man. Show some respect. Yusa also says, any United or Chelsea fans mention the performance of Gyökeres, just remember that he won today, unlike your strikers who also didn't score.
Yeah, I mean, Mount was the striker for the majority of the game.
Ram London says, discussing Semenyo on Sunday will be techie. I'm not too sure what's meant by that, but we can get to the Semenyo stuff later. Natty by 100. Natty, you're back for a new season. I like that.
Hey, big up.
Don't worry, Cam. That Garnacho sell to Chelsea and Sancho to the Mozart Mandem will fund a good CMDM. Structure wasn't the issue today. Execution was. Thoughts on that?
You need that to happen.
I mean,
you need sales.
Let me tell you something.
I still do think that lack of playing through the middle is an issue.
Let me tell you something. I saw what I saw online. I saw the tattoo. Sancho's not going anywhere. Sancho will stay at United on his 300k a week.
What tattoo
listen,
you talking about,
listen, man. Listen, the baddie fund's got the baddie.
Let the people know.
Listen,
What tattoo you talking about, bro?
listen. The baddie fund needs to be. You get me?
What's he getting? 1.6 mil a month at United.
Yeah,
That's about. You can get
what's the song?
Five Perkins. Get some.
What's the thing? Rich,
Yeah,
that's my type,
that's my
boy.
type.
Real talk, man.
Yo,
Hey,
it's true, bro.
Listen,
Hey.
man, he's staying. No squad number, no problem, man.
hear it,
Run
bro.
me the check.
Let me just enjoy.
Run me
Let me
the
just enjoy
check.
my
I hear it, bro. You only got sometimes. You only got a short peak. No, it's not only in football. You got a short. Hey, some man only got a short peak in life.
What did Jay-Z say? All I need in this life in my sentence is me and my girlfriend. He doesn't need United, bro. He's calm. Trust me. Jay Ashley Martin says, we are back. Let's go. For me, the positive for United, my concern is us throwing it all in the bin next week because it's the games outside the Big Six where we were really bad.
Yeah.
Big up you lot, though.
fully
Looking
agree.
forward to it. You agree with that one?
Yeah, I agree.
Adnan says, my bro is back
Big
for
up,
another
20
season
pounds.
of
Hey,
FCM.
big up,
Look,
Jay.
£20.
He
Hey!
gave us £20.
Hey!
Big up, Jay.
Hey, you and Sancho.
Bands to make a dance.
Adnan says my bro is back for another season of FCM.
on,
Yes, we are. Make sure you lock in. Listen, there's over 3,000 people in here. Make sure you go and smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. What's in here? English Talent FC says Boomer and Cunha did volume. Wait, where's that super chat gone? Yeesh. Glitch.
Volume shooting.
0 big chances.
I hear it.
Hey, production. This laptop's a bit jinky, man. Can you get?
Jink?
I read the Matt one. Lamin says.
Wait. And Brumo's header doesn't count as a big chance. What's he talking about? Of course, that's a big chance.
Wait, he's got an Mbuemo
Yeah, he's
picture
got-
as well.
he's-
Hold on, he's got the belly picture.
He's an Mbuemo hater,
We
bro.
know what you are.
Yo.
We know what you are.
Hey,
Probably a Brentford fan.
that picture has been killing me for days, bro.
See, AI is dangerous, you know. So when I saw it, I was thinking,
Guys, I said,
no way.
hey,
There's no way.
what in the Gonzalo Higuain is going on here?
we're taking a piss.
Hey.
Lamin says, Arteta, I dare you not to sign a left winger. My village elders are now involved. As for Ricky Martin on left wing, Tim's isn't enough.
Hey, man.
Playing Levi Jeans in 2025. I
Ricky
beg you download Duolingo
Ricky
and learn
Martin
around.
try to do a Richarlison act. You ain't him, bro. You ain't him.
Noor says,
Little
proud of the
fixes kid.
performance today. Cunha filled his 10 jersey with excitement and creativity. Let's get the W's versus Fulham and Burnley. A lot of positives. I think that is all of
that our
the
next two
super
games?
chats.
Fulham and Derby, okay.
I believe so. Right, obviously, as you mentioned, this game was a game where we saw 2 debuts from strikers, but there were debuts across the whole of the Premier League this weekend.
Aye.
As a way of touching on to different games, what the debuts this weekend that excited you the most?
The debuts this weekend. Chat, get involved as well.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts. What are the best debuts?
What are you talking about? Just this weekend?
This weekend, just
this
start with.
weekend, it's gotta be probably Sejani Reijnders, isn't it? It's gotta be Sejani Reijnders. He
What a player.
He's already come into the Premier League. The thing is, everyone that watched him in the pre-season was kind of excited for him, innit? You know what I mean? You just thought he's gonna walk in and do his job, and that's what he did. And I think also he's got tenacity about him as well. It's not like he's just a pretty baller on the board. He's got tenacity about him. He was brilliant, but that's the mainstream one for me. Mohamed Kudus.
Hey! I'm glad you said it, bro. I'm glad you said it.
Kudus. Yeah. You know when you want to say, I'll let you take the floor in a sec, but when you want to say, I have arrived.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This is why you pay 55 million. Oh, West Ham was celebrating me leaving. Say no more. Rain. Let me touch the ball with my heel in the sky. Let me excite them. Let me get 2 assists. Taking on players.
Bro.
2 seasons in a row, Kudus has been the most completed dribbles. Make that 3 in a row. Make that 3 in a row because he's gonna do it again. Oh, he was.
I was watching
what a player,
performance.
left, right.
All in my head was, oh, why, yeah.
Yeah.
Why, yeah. Oh, I was like, this guy is grooving.
Nah,
He was
player.
grooving.
See, they call him Brazilian.
Richarlison calling him Brazilian, bro.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. I said he's the most Brazilian African we've seen since JJ Okocha. Bro,
Hey!
I'm telling you, the skill he plays with, the confidence he plays with, like, we've needed this at Spurs for so long, bro. And to do that in your first game, and also in the Super Cup as well, I'm not even going to forget, he was actually playing up front and was cold in that.
Wait,
bro.
hold on. He cooked Nuno Mendes.
Yeah.
He was giving Nuno Mendes was like, yo, hold on, why, man? I ain't got my scouting data on you.
Bro, Tasmanian devil,
He's a small boy.
Honestly, I absolutely love Kudus. The fact that, as you said, West Ham fans, I saw them all. He's only scored 3 goals, 5 assists. Yeah. We're happy to cash in. Thank you very much. We will send you another 50 at the end of the season as well.
When did that become a thing, actually? Random.
West Ham.
When did that become a thing? Thank you so much. We'll send another.
Arsenal
Declan Rice. It was
fans
Declan Rice.
started it
It was Declan Rice.
It's so
100 mil.
stupid.
You should have paid 200 mil, man.
It's so
Give him another
stupid.
100.
It's so stupid.
It's always West Ham the victors as well.
No, it's true. Who else they got?
They'll go and
You
pick
said-
up
you said
Edson
welcome
Alvarez.
you going. That's the first person you
That's
went
what I
to.
said. But Paqueta's now, bro. You don't know this guy's head kind of turned now, innit?
Why is his head turned?
Clear a better charges.
It's clear, but
I
we
always
need
see
to
you
if he can
celebrating.
get back to the previous level. You know what I mean? Sometimes one incident messes you up and you never come back. Look at Dele Alli. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happen, you never come back. So
I hear
yeah,
it.
I'm coming
I hear it.
I hear it. I
Hope
hear
his
it.
headspace is good.
One that I'll mention, I'll throw out there, Ekitike. I mean, in terms of like centre forwards, he got his goal.
Bro,
Let's
no.
complete. Like he is.
That was a hell of a debut.
Yeah, that was a strong debut.
Hell of a debut,
Strong
bro. I
debut.
think because it's opening night of the Premier League as well, there's all this talk of Isak happening over the last couple of weeks. People are like, yo, Ekitike who, man? Isak's coming, don't worry. So, bro, as a striker, that's got to affect your confidence a little bit. But he said, now I'm going to use this as fuel.
Yeah.
The hold-up play, the link-up, the touches were all nice. The goal just needed to come. And when the goal came, bro, it was a self-made goal.
Yeah.
One touch, got a little lucky bounce, but then the composure to just side foot, boom, easy finish. I'm like,
You see, admin is cheeky though. Our admin is cheeky. Do you know he put Florian Wirtz in there? He put him in the poll. These guys.
Why are you not doing that? Why are you not doing that?
FCM are not responsible for that part.
Why are you not doing that to my boy?
FCM are not responsible for that inclusion. You know what I'm saying? Florian Wirtz,
leave my boy alone,
it
man.
It wasn't looking good for him though.
Listen,
It wasn't
if
looking
we're going to
good.
talk about debuts,
So when Semenyo said, get on the floor and eat grass.
Man said,
Get on the floor.
he's not Nigerian.
Get
Dobale.
get on the floor and eat grass.
I said to you, like, for Ekitike's incredible debut, Kirkes and Wirtz, it was
Hey,
about
they said that Kirkes was looking at Marino.
Do you know what it was though? I think Kirkes, it was playing your former team.
They had the data.
They had
They had the data.
Semenyo on you. They knew every
had the
move you
data
got
on
in your
it.
locker.
They had the
We're
data.
going to give you headache today.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz, this was just a welcome to the Premier League. You see that little twink football in Bundesliga with the little... Ain't going to run here, bro. Put on a couple kilos and play with some intensity.
You know who didn't need all of that? Ryan Cherky.
I didn't know I did to come out.
No, he didn't need all of that. The wizard, the most naturally gifted player in the Premier League.
Nah.
Yo, that's an arrival. Man said one flick, get back, step over foot. What? What?
The ball goes down the other side. He's come back. Another flick. Here you go. I said, hold on. Is this the kind of cameo substitute performances we're doing now? This is insane. Are you about to break our new sofa?
Yo.
Is Cam on the verge of breaking our new sofa?
Hey,
Hey! Cam is on the verge of breaking our new sofa! Hey, this is what Turkey is doing.
Production, blank screen for 30 seconds.
Champions again. Ole, ole.
Yo, Big Foo, what are you saying?
Mewa.
Champions League, you're a champion now, yeah?
Hey, listen, I've waited 17 years for one of these babies. I'm gonna milk it for every second. Have you spoken to Coach Cams yet?
He ain't picking up my calls.
Let me give him a bell. I know he's still sore about that Europa League loss.
Alright, cool. No worries, bro. Let me know.
Bathe with you. I'm gonna eat with you. I'm I'm gonna sleep with you.
You are culture cams. You are powerful. You are.
Hello.
Culture Cams, how's your summer been, brother?
My summer's been brilliant. Well, what do you want?
Listen, man, summer's over. Rest time is over. We got business to attend to, brother. FCM. Maze is headed down there now. I'm on my way there now.
Alright, cool. I'ma be there.
Let's go.
Season 3, we're back.
This is FCM on DR Sports, and it's live.
Yes, guys, welcome along to the Fantasy Football Show here on DR Sports.
You take Haaland out and suddenly you can do so much.
In terms of goals and assists, he's right up there.
Alex won't go up against me now because he doesn't even like Trent.
Who's going to get the most points in FPL this year?
Surely that's too cheap.
I am the former world number 307.
Yeah.
He's just taking the number 7 shirt. To me, that says you are starting every game.
Oh yeah. So Reece James, best right back in the world.
All right. We actually have like a confession to make. As you saw in our trailer, we saw that I was in Nigeria. You was going to Spurs Stadium.
Come on.
Cam wasn't at Carrington. He was at a wellness retreat in Turkey. He had just got some enhancements.
BBL Cams.
He just got some
BBL Cams.
Hey, wait,
Bro, we just got these sofas, bro.
Fuad, I'm
We
crying.
just got these sofas.
Production, can you pin this? Left view, Matcha says,
Hey, listen.
bro,
I'm suing.
I've seen the funniest comment. They're calling you culture yams.
Oh my days.
Hey, stop
that's
looking
the
at
one.
my cheeks, bro.
Culture yams. Culture yams. Hey. That's comment of the day.
I'm suing.
Culture
DR.
yams.
Nobody. See your Turkish doctor.
I'm suing DR, bro. Are you crazy, bro? I don't feel safe here, bro. I don't feel safe.
Culture
I don't
yams
feel safe.
is insane.
That's a camel cakes,
It's so funny because you were talking about Turkey. And you was going so crazy. You just the thing started wobbling. The chair went kaput.
We say what you thought the wobble?
Bro, on the shake.
It was like an earthquake, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, no.
Culture cakes is funny, man.
Nah.
Oh, where were we? We were
talking about debuts.
Yeah.
What were they saying in the comments? Have they? I know they're probably
I
cooking.
can't see anything now because all I'm seeing is
They're cooking me, bro. They're cooking me. I'm putting cases on all of y'all, bro. Trust me.
man.
Welcome back to FCM, man.
Honestly, man, we told you we were in for a treat. That wasn't part of it, but But one thing I wanted to discuss is because obviously with these debuts, I think a lot of the players we've mentioned, especially the strikers, etc., are going to feature heavy this season. I want us to have a conversation about some retro Premier League. When it comes to Premier League debuts of all time that stand out to you for personal reasons or just that you thought that was the best, what are the debuts that stand out to you? Premier League debuts.
I'll be so real. One comes to mind straight away for me. And listen, maybe it's a little bit biased.
Let us know in the comments
Danny
as well.
Rose versus Arsenal 2010. That is the last time I think Spurs won at the Emirates as well. Comes on, making his debut out of the academy, scores an absolute rocket as well. So it's the goal, the magnitude of it, the occasion.
Danny Rose,
Bro, I can't lie. Listen, it might not be the biggest name. It might not be the sexiest. But what that meant at that time, also, you got to remember our record against Arsenal them years. It's not like, recent years where we get a win here and there. We were whipping boys back then. And, you know what I mean, Danny, I'll always remember that moment, brother.
So you got Danny Rose.
Danny
Cam, what are you
Rose.
telling me?
I would say, do you know what? I like debuts, listen, there's loads. But I like the debuts where that top player enters the league or goes up another level and then they do it in that moment. And then you're like, oh, this league is over. Or, oh, we've got a superstar. And I have to go into recent times. There's been some Fernando Torres, Eden Hazard, but this one, Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland's debut. You got to remember, he had his official debut, unofficial debut in the Community Shield. Missed the open goal. Everyone said, oh,
Darwin Núñez is going to outscore
England.
him.
This is England. He said, debut against West Ham. He just gets put through on goal, one-on-one, slots it corner. Try and tell me, people, the minute that ball hit the back of the net, you didn't just say, oh, City have won the league. You just knew.
Yep.
You just knew it was inevitable. As soon as he scored that, and he scored 2 on his debut, I was just like, oh, league is wrapped. It was kind of like, you know, when Fabregas and Diego Costa linked up, and you were like, wow. That's how it felt with Erling Haaland. Threw on goal, bottom bins by, you know what I mean, give me the treble.
Yeah. Mine is a similar concept to yours. I think it was the original Haaland one before his one. That Sergio Aguero debut against Swansea. You know, when you're watching something, you go, we have a problem here. We have a big problem here, because the way that the goal was taken, like, was just mad. The assist, the pockets he was picking up, you thought to yourself, yeah, we know that this guy's like a bad boy centre forward, but they're giving him service like this.
Yeah.
He's picking up space like this.
It was a banger as well, his goal.
It's like
Banger.
fly.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is
You know what? I think honourable mention, because, well, we've all mentioned guys that scored on their debuts. Nemanja Matic.
Yes.
At the Etihad.
Industrious.
With Yaya Toure in his peak.
Yep.
He said,
That's a good one.
You're a 6'3", 4 giant. I'm the white version. Me v you. Me v you. He hunted him down all game. He gave him hell. Yaya Toure still talks about that. Like, that was one of them performances against him that was incredible. That was a peak
Would you
clash.
say
What a game.
Martial versus Liverpool?
For moments, it's very similar to kind of like the Danny Rose thing. Like, for moments.
Rush's
Come
Prem
on.
debut.
Our boy, friend of the show. He peaked at that moment. You know what I mean? Oh, yes! Martial! You know what I mean? That was incredible. So. But Nemanja Matic's one was wow. It was incredible.
Yeah. No, that was good. There's loads of good ones, like loads of sleeper picks. Like people saying Oscar Bob versus Newcastle.
Culture Nyash.
Culture Nyash, yeah.
I'm just saying a word and putting culture in front of it, bro.
It works.
We've got Tonali versus Villa. Ozil versus Sunderland. That was a jinky performance.
I don't remember it.
I don't remember that.
That was jinky. You went nuts.
I don't remember
it
still.
I remember that. He was going jinky still. But no, those are good ones, man. Listen, let's get into the rest of the Premier League. We briefly spoke about Liverpool and Ekitike. I think we've got to talk about the rest of that game. Obviously, that was the one that kicked off the season. They got the result.
That was a
tone setter, right? Very like. There was a lot going on. Obviously, Diego Jota, it's the first Premier League game. You saw the emotion from rest in peace. You saw the emotion from Mo Salah after the game. You saw Arne Slot's comments. That I can't lie, that hit me. Like, because the mindset of being like you're so used to seeing someone in this game, you look and it's like, But Liverpool did what they needed to do. I thought that it was going to be comfortable. Then of course our boy Semenyo.
No, I was just the debuts chat. Some people are still sending some in. Do you remember Reece Oxford versus Arsenal?
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was a good one. He just came through out of nowhere, locked up Ozil and co, and it was just like, yo. Next thing you know, he's at Augsburg. You ain't seen him since.
Bad advisors. I think, for him.
But
Rashford as well.
Sorry, you were saying Semenyo.
Yeah, Semenyo's performance. I mean,
wow.
I don't like the fact that real men. In fact, let's give a real clap for real men.
Nah, for real.
Like, I don't like the fact that you have to display brilliance, and then we have to talk about that's a counteracting to the racism or whatever happened.
Yeah.
Like, we have to talk about the performance because it was sick, but I don't like the fact that it's like, that's how you deal with racism. No, it shouldn't happen. But that performance, I've said for a long time, I thought Mbuemo could go to Liverpool. I thought Semenyo, those are the type of molds that Liverpool go for. He won't be there next season.
Will he not? Just signed the new big deal.
I know. That's what it means. That means Bournemouth get money for them, innit? But that's the type of player where ball striking is there. He can dribble. He's tenacious. He grafts. He's physical. Like, I'm liking the AFCON spirited ballers with European flair. You get me? It's like Kudus. Like, it's AFCON spirit, but there's the European. Semenyo's performance, if there was ever a time where you looked at a player and thought he's going to kick on from last season, that is how you do it. And I worry for Bournemouth because they sold the whole defensive back line. Yeah. But when you got players like that gives you a bit of like, maybe we can do something. That was a performance.
I think that's what he needed. I think that's what he needed. I'm happy that he stayed this season.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him showcase it again another year. And not in a doubt of his ability, but, get even for more familiar. You know what I mean? Establish yourself as the best of the rest. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's something that he could do this season. That second goal. That was a man on a mission, bro. Yeah. That was a man on a mission. He had 4 people with him.
Bro, 67
he said,
yards.
He said, I'm going to take it myself. Wow. Yeah, man, I'm going to take it myself. Took it to his left foot, banged it in. And especially, as you said, listen, the whole stupidity with that racism and stuff. I don't know if he used that as fuel because I know Semenyo's got that in his locker anyway. But big credit to him. I don't even want to give too much attention to the stupid racist situation. Do you know what I mean? So we'll just move on from that. But I've spoken about it on my platforms already. But you know what I mean? Because if I start speaking, I don't want to get us cancelled. You know what I'm saying? But you saw what I posted. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, if I stop, you know what I mean?
Don't break the chair.
If I stop,
I say what? Glock Lesnar.
Bro, if I just, you know what I mean? If I, let me not say too much. So I don't want to get into that.
Obviously, as well, we've got to speak about Salah. Inevitable opening day, left with something.
Yeah,
I think he was always going to do that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was almost like inevitable. Once the goals started going in, once they went 2-2, actually.
Yeah.
The subs kind of cooked them a little bit when he brought on Endo at right back. I thought Liverpool just went stale for a bit, and Bournemouth started to actually get into it. You thought, could they go on and win it? Then Chiesa comes on. And I want to speak on Chiesa a little bit as well, because last year he came in, I think, what was it, 5-6, handful of performances.
Yeah.
Barely played, was injured, and has been injured for the past 2 years, maybe 3 years. We haven't really seen the best version of him. If he can this season get even like 60% of the player he was, bro. At last season, Fiorentina, Euro 2021, that first year at Juve. You remember that Chiesa, bro? Explosive, both feet, can play on the right, can play on the left. I think Liverpool need that type of player this year, especially with obviously having lost Jota, having lost Darwin Núñez now as well. They're gonna need Chiesa, and that was
still there though. Is that Chiesa still there?
I hope it is.
Good. I was happy for
a moment like that can kickstart it though.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. You can have the rotation of Gakpo, you can have Rio, and you can have Chiesa, and I think those are three kind of solid options you can rotate around. But I just hope Chiesa gets given the opportunity to rebuild himself, because last year he never got that.
Yeah,
and that was a big moment when you need it. Come in with a dagger.
You're a good dude, but I want to see Rio. I want to see Rio. I want to see Rio. Yeah, man.
You got GCSEs.
I want to see Rio, man. Hey, Chiesa.
Go to school.
Go to college.
Bro, out with the old, in with the new, man. Give me some Rio ball, man.
Look at this.
I'm talking to you about Chiesa, bro. Nice winner, man.
Chiesa.
Nice
We want to see it.
Yeah.
I hear it. So that was that game.
But you boys.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get to us.
What about you boys?
Yeah, we'll get.
What about you boys?
So the world champions kicked off their Premier League campaign at home with a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace. We didn't win, but we didn't lose.
What do you think about the performance, though? We've been talking about debuts. You know, this is officially, you know, in the league.
Premier League debut for João Pedro. It wasn't the lofty heights of what his Club World Cup debut was. I expect. Yeah, the Prem is a different beast, and I said it. I think it's one thing to talk about how lackluster Chelsea were, but you have to give respect to Crystal Palace and how they perform. Crystal Palace, when they're away from Selhurst Park, very compact, very transitional. Eze's magic, that defensive three at the back of some of the best defenders in the league, it's hard. They did what they needed to do, but we didn't do enough. And when we did have the chances, we didn't put them away. I felt like we had more chances and probably did enough to win the game. We didn't. And we got a lifeline with the free kick as well. I've got to say, my boy Eze, that's my dog. That free kick was disrespectful. I don't know what happened to him.
Come, bro.
Yeah, he should have, but it was disrespectful. To know that the goalkeeper is going to be worse and do that is disrespectful. Like, look at the goalkeeper, like, listen, I know you're worse. I'm hitting at you. I respect it. People are saying that the way he walked off the pitch, it kind of gave like a long goodbye and everything.
Don't worry.
And I'll be real. I mean, I told you, I messaged you 3 weeks ago.
48 hours?
48 hours, yeah?
48 hours? Just wait on it.
What did I tell you? What did I say to you 3 weeks ago?
They think he's coming North London. They just don't know
where.
They just don't know.
What did I say to you 3 weeks ago? I said, wouldn't it be funny if the perfect irony happened where you guys got Eze and they're like, we need Eze.
Spoiler, won't be the only one. Won't be the only one.
Inside sources.
ITK Fuad. What's that word? Indie Kali. Indie Fui. But no, in terms of Chelsea performance, like
I think personally, I think it was very disappointing. I think you guys, especially going into the season, I think the mood of Chelsea is higher than anyone else's going into the season. I think you lot have been absolutely buzzing. You know, world champions. Pre-season was perfect. João Pedro, the guy that you spent money on, delivering. I think everything was brilliant for a fast Chelsea starter. And I was somebody that was saying, I thought Chelsea were going to win your first 5 games. So you guys are staying in London. You guys, all your games are in London. First 5 games are in London. So I thought you guys are just going to come, do your job, win your games, and then we'll see. You started fast last season, so this isn't nothing that hasn't happened before. And then when I saw it go out, and I was like, why is it slow? Why is it lackluster? Like, what's going on? Palace are a very good team. I really like that. Glasner, any jobs that are opening up, I'm sure he's going to be in the contention. Won the Europa League with Frankfurt as well, which people don't talk about. But I do think it was disappointing from Chelsea start. I thought you got better when Delap came on. You're going to cause a bit of havoc, but
I heard disappointing. But what I would say is, I hear your first five games well. The reason why I didn't think like that is because ultimately, yes, we know this whole preseason and whatnot. These guys are still not sharp yet. So for me,
Chelsea, can you give Chelsea not sharp?
You guys
preseason was incredible, bro.
No, but this is the thing. You're saying that the preseason's incredible, and I get the mood and everything. But like for me, I still think that this was probably the best thing that could happen, because now you go, hold on, you can't just ride the horse of last season. That's gone. You got the gold badge. That's all cute. But you have to earn the respect of when you're playing against teams, and that's why I think the next game will be even better.
Who you playing next?
I don't even know, but all the games in London might be full of the same. But it's one of those things where the performance, like it was a reality check that just because we thumped PSG 3-0 in the final,
West Ham,
doesn't mean that we're gonna turn over everyone every single week. Esteval's cameo.
Your fixture list, you go around London, sorry. West Ham, Fulham, Brentford. Okay.
And then once we're finished out of London, where do we go?
United, Brighton, Liverpool, Forest, Sunderland.
So that's why we have
Tottenham.
That's why we have to get that
Chelsea
there
relegation
was encouraging signs. Esteval's cameo, I was encouraged. Looks lively. Him and Cole Palmer seem to be on the same wavelength.
What's going on with Palmer though, man? 0 open play goals since. What was the stat? Have you seen the stat?
I've not seen the stat.
There's a stat that's going around.
Might be one
carry
of the
on. I'll get it up. No, it popped up on the official thing.
I definitely need more from them. I need him to be at his best as he was in the Club World Cup. I need João Pedro. Basically, if you could take that Club World Cup run and say, listen, I need that every single week from everyone.
I think that's one thing though with the difference with cup tournaments and with the league. The league will always expose those kind of the consistency.
Exactly.
And that's where I actually think what you mentioned there with Liam Delap, I actually think getting the both of them was actually very good. Because they're different types of strikers. They give you different types of options. And okay, this game is not working with João Pedro. Liam Delap, go and switch it up. Go and be a hold-up man. Go and run the channels. You know what I mean?
So but also, what Cole Palmer hasn't scored a Premier League goal from open play since January the 14th.
Don't worry, we'll rectify that. Rectify that. We have to rectify that. Because no Cole Palmer, no party. Like that's as really as it is for Chelsea. But what I will also say as well is, your point about having depth and everything. We say all the time, young players. There's not many players in the Chelsea squad that I can be like. There's a apart from like your Moises Caicedo, where it's constantly sevens and aboves. It's Reece James when he's fit can give you that, but everyone's form kind of goes. Pedro Neto might have a good 30 minutes. Then for 60 minutes, I'm like, oh, okay.
I think the most interesting thing for you lot this season will be, especially because you've got Fofana out injured, you've got Colwill out injured. Now, obviously, you've seen Josh Achimpong starting today.
Achimpong's good.
I think they're both good. And I actually think Chalobah's probably your most underrated player in the team. Sanchez behind them as well. That kind of defensive trident there kind of concerns me a little bit, because I always feel like you almost need that to be your safety net, whether it's the pairing in front or the goalkeeper behind. And I don't feel like at the moment Chelsea fans even themselves could say that they trust any of those.
When the manager comes out and says, the way we play, we need someone that is ball playing, and none of my guys can do that. It looks like he's saying, listen, we need to sign the centre back. And I've got to give you credit, because you said from last season that the reason why I respect Maresca is because he doesn't BS. He says how he is. He said straight, I need a centre back. Some of these wing players are a bit offy.
Like, I think Chelsea are telling him, listen, internal solutions. You know what I mean?
They are.
You got he should. What he said, fair enough, is the right thing to do. But basically saying to the club, go buy another centre back.
I don't think.
And you've got a lot of centre back. You just brought in Hato as well. It's like, work with what you got, man. Nobody can have the perfect environment, the perfect situation. So I think he's going to have to work with it. But my question, obviously, I saw Maresca again. He spoke about the wingers. And he said we need another left winger. Fabrizio said that will be Garnacho, right? Garnacho. So let me ask you, what do you think about the signing of Garnacho? Because it seems like it's going to go through. Are you happy with it? What's your take on Garnacho to Chelsea? Because you know, we need that money for a centre mid. So please hurry up. You know what I mean?
My take on the Garnacho signing is it's very similar to how I felt about the Jadon Sancho signing when we spoke about it last year. Like, is that something you want to do? Realistically, no. I don't see what the upside of it is. But I don't think Garnacho is a total scrub. I don't think he improves Chelsea's starting lineup though. Does he offer something in terms of his scrappiness and liveliness? Yes, but is that the type of profile I go after? No, not really. I think the Xavi Simons one is a signing that does something. So I looked at the game yesterday and I thought a little bit of X factor, something does something.
But don't you think you guys have so much on the ball players? Even Gittins gets on the ball, he wants to run at you. Garnacho is happy to not have the ball and run onto things.
I know, I agree.
Maybe that could help.
I agree.
It's a different profile to what you got right now. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
All your wingers want to get on the ball
and I think that's why they're doing it. But I just don't know if Garnacho is like, if I was to like go through Y Scout and be like, I need that profile that doesn't need the ball. I don't think Garnacho is the number one on my hit list. You know, I don't think that's where I want to spend my £40 million. You get what I'm coming
40,
from?
50,
but
get that to 50,
if he comes in, did you get if he comes in,
add your 10 add-ons, man. Add-ons, bro. Champions League qualification.
PSR, man.
Champions League qualification.
Help a brother out.
He's homegrown. He came through the academy,
bro.
Dirty guys. But yeah, if that goes through, I do. At times at United, he did show what he can do. Let's not put it aside, but it's not one I would run to personally. For me, anyway. It's not one I would run to. Spurs. Let's go Spurs. We mentioned Kudus. We mentioned Richarlison. We mentioned two-man steps on the show today.
Hey, man.
Obviously, life after Son and Kane, you know. This is a new Spurs. Fuad, are you moved by what you see?
Frank.
I mean, listen, I don't want to get too carried away. It is just Burnley at the end of the day. A club that I'm actually expecting to get relegated.
I saw a tweet.
In record time, potentially. In potential record time. However,
they're going to finish 21st, and I don't know why. That's really funny. That's really funny.
I hear it, bro. Their attack was very lackluster, but in terms of us just doing what we need to do.
Yeah.
Richarlison coming into this season, obviously Solanke's injured. Last season, I think we saw Richarlison start, 4 or 5 games. We barely saw him. We played 50 mil for this guy and haven't seen one season where we've got value for return. I feel like if you can give me something this year, because I'm putting a lot of pressure on Solanke this year. 65 million record signing last year, 9 league goals. I want him to come into this season, give me 17 at least. But
17 in the league,
bro. Come on, you got 19 at Bournemouth the year before. There should be no excuse. You've been gradually improving your game. You've come and made the big jump now. And I'm sorry, when you have Kudus, Kulusevski, Maddison, all these guys around you as well who are potentially plating you, come on, I expect you to feast, brother. And it's not like he didn't have the chances last year. Last year was just more link-up play, more hold-up play, whatever it is. But now Son's gone. You've lost a lot of goals. I'm going to need goals from elsewhere. Solanke, I'm going to need you to up your volume. Richarlison, I'm going to need you to get involved. And that's the way you do it. Whether it's a bicycle kick, whether it's near post finish, whatever it is, I'll take it as long as I'm getting something. I've accepted a long time ago with Richarlison and Brennan Johnson, they're not going to be players that get you off your seat. They're not going to be players that excite you in 1v1 take-ons and all that. But if you can contribute with goals, and Brennan Johnson showed that last year, our top scorer, I think, with 17 goals, pops up again. Despite having a meaty game all game, just contribution, that's all I'm looking for. Because guess what? One thing now Spurs are doing, and it's weird saying this, we've actually got a lot of talent in this squad. And I haven't seen in the 20 plus years where I've been supporting Spurs, this much depth at the club. The fact that I can look at and say, oh, Maddison and Kulusevski are out long term. Okay, Eze's about to come in. Savinho's potentially coming in. And then I've got Mohamed Kudus just floating there as well. Hey, listen, it could be problems. I'm looking at the central midfield. Palhinha, Sarr, Bergvall, Archie Gray. There's a lot of depth in areas where previously, let's be honest, bro, Spurs have always been known as Skeleton 11 FC. Do you know what I mean? So for once, we got the trophy monkey off our back. We got actual some quality in the team and some depth. And a new manager that's actually tactically flexible. So what, I'm playing 3 at the back midweek. On the weekend, I'm back to 4-2-3-1.
What happened midweek, though?
Ooh, hey, midweek, it's all good. We gave the best team in Europe a run to the final, you know what I mean? It was always there. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes, that's what it was. It was perfect till the 93rd minute.
What did you make of your quotes? Because something I'm noticing here is that Spurs managers are very good in press conferences. Obviously, Ange is Ange.
What did he say after?
Thomas Frank coming out being like, We performed open heart surgery. The surgery the operation was successful and the patient died.
No. Do you know what's the biggest? No. You lot will laugh here, but the biggest indication of us playing well in that game, Luis Enrique said we deserved to win. The manager who won it himself came out and was like, said to the report, "Do you think we deserve to win?" As in like rhetoric. I said fairs. That's what the game plan was right. It was executed well as well. And I think what you were saying with kind of Amarim's back three system, I think there's different ways of playing it. And I think that's one thing about Thomas Frank when he was at Brentford, United, City, Chelsea.
Big games.
He's given everybody bad days at their office. And I hope now he can just bring that here. Just give me a little bit of variation in my systems and develop the talent that we have.
I hear it.
I'm excited this year, I can't lie.
Listen, I'm excited for you, man. I mean, European champion, world champion, champion in spirit. Champion in spirit.
We've won the lot.
Some historian.
They're breaking chairs and they're never gonna stop.
We've seen it all. Don't worry about that, bro. Don't worry about that. I mean, I think...
Something happened this week. Quickly, I want to know in the chat as well, what is everyone's thoughts on this halftime interview?
The halftime interview.
Do you know what?
Decent, but I heard apparently you can only give it to the people that win.
Yes.
You can only. It's only that are winning. You only the losing team don't get the interview.
So we never see head loss, basically.
No, but I'll be real with you. I don't want to see that.
We're too PC in this country anyway.
I already feel like it's too. I feel like it's too invasive. I'll be real.
What halftime interviews?
Yeah.
No, but it's not in the change room though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Even
if it's in the tunnel.
But I heard they're going to do the substitution ones as well.
Yeah,
when players get subbed off. That's where I'm just like.
But the manager's probably going to be
for the winning team
fuck out here. You know what I mean?
I'm not trying to. The losing team. The thing is, it would make for like good content.
Yeah.
If you like, but I don't know if you want that. If it's your team.
I don't think they'll do it. Because it'll be too many heated moments, and we're very PC'd. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. If you're walking past somebody, he's vexed. You know what I mean? You're walking past a Burnley player yesterday, Kyle Walker or something, and he's like, oh, fuck, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
That's just negativity. You know what I mean? Or if he says, we're playing, but we've been shit. And he's like, language. Blah, blah, blah. So I don't think that. I think that's why they're just going to keep it for the teams that are winning.
We've been given too much access. I can't lie.
You reckon?
I feel like now.
Give me more.
We've gone too far.
House
now,
tours.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Give us house tours.
Come with me.
Like, we've got the Amazon documentaries. Yeah. We've got the tours bit of getting DVDs made up about them. We get so much insight every week into training camps and all of this what's happening. And I'm like, bro, we have so much access nowadays. Do we really need more? It's just more ammunition, in my opinion. That's all it is.
I hear it.
Didn't speak about City.
Massive, yeah, massive performance.
Of course, it was Wolves. We spoke about Tijani. We spoke about Cherky. Haaland.
Yeah.
Boy.
Just doing what he does, innit? Getting back to But you know what? I feel like that you mentioned Burnley. You look at Wolves, they're another one. You look at Brentford. Yeah. Like, there's some bad teams. You know what I mean? Brentford, Wolves. I mean, West Ham. We got to really start playing West Ham. Leeds are playing Everton tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Let's see what they do. I'm not really convinced. I'm not convinced of Leeds either, but I'll give them at least grace, innit? They ain't played.
West
Ham. You look at West Ham, you look at Brentford, you look at Wolves, Burnley.
It's going to be an interesting race at the bottom as well.
This might be the end of... Do you reckon this could be the end of West Ham?
I think...
Graham Potter's getting sacked before Christmas.
It's getting scary for them. Wolves, they've been sliding each year. I remember I saw your video, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
They're sliding each year. Each year they're getting worse. 13th, 14th, 16th.
What?
So this year might be the year as well, but I'm just looking at Brentford, Keith Andrews.
Boy. Brentford...
First job.
Yeah.
Set piece coach.
I can't lie. Brentford... it might be bye-bye automatically. Wolves have that luxury of come January they can sign a few Portuguese dons.
Can they though?
The phone book.
I don't know.
The phone book is still legitimate more than the other teams.
Mendes is in Al Hilal, bro. He's focusing on Al Hilal recruitment, bro. He's not doing them no
listen,
more.
Even if it's B or C tier, they can still make some sort of, like last year when they got the centre back of I was like, okay, cool. Who's the other team? West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham.
Graham Potter's getting sacked.
I'm telling you,
it's
life
not about
with
if,
Moyes,
it's about
you
when.
Slept on it.
He's getting sacked.
Can't lie.
Bro, they got European football.
He's getting sacked.
They got European football 3 years in a row with David Moyes, and they always wanted more. And I was always saying, be careful.
It's
3 years in a row with David Moyes, won a trophy as well. First time in many people's lifetimes. I always thought it's just too much. I know West Ham, some reason they seem to say they have the West Ham way. I have no idea what the West Ham way is. My whole life watching West Ham, there's not been one way.
It's Mark Noble.
You know what I mean?
And like Ricardo Vazquez.
No, but they're talking about like they play like this.
I think
maybe Bobby Moore days
it's
or
the
something.
walkaway to the stadium.
I don't know. Bobby Moore days something. But
You're dumb.
there's this talk about West Ham.
Hey, don't go East London. They'll run you out.
There's this talk about West Ham way. I just don't get it. I just don't know what that is.
Yeah.
David Moyes even said, "What is West Ham way?" He doesn't know what that is. Do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? So their fans constantly said, "We want the West Ham way." David Moyes don't do it. And now it's free fall, bad recruitment, maybe a bad managerial appointment. And all of a sudden you look at West Ham as one of the teams that could go down. But again, Wolves are another one. But the thing about Wolves though, first 35, before Haaland's goal, they were giving it to City. They could have went 1-0 up even at points. But
do you know when
quality prevails, innit?
I knew when they were doomed where with the Reijnders assist. I think he had like 12 touches.
That goalkeeper though,
yeah, it's
for about 3 of the goals.
Shaky Warrior.
Shaky, who's their goalie? It's not Jose Sarr anymore.
Yeah, it is. Is it not?
So he's getting to the end of his time because
I mean,
yo,
like 32, 33 now.
Haaland's goal.
Yeah, it was Sarr.
I think he could have saved Turkey, Reijnders, and Haaland's goals.
Petrovic had Petrovic's game for Bournemouth wasn't so great either.
No.
What's the other guy? Hermansen. Hey,
Hermansen, the one that just bounced in front of him.
Yeah.
And he looked at it and said,
hey,
nice goal.
Yeah.
Hey, it was
I
looking
think Man
shaky.
City though this season are
do you
gonna
think about
be
them?
so much better than they were last season. Well, firstly,
You got them as winning the title.
I think I've got them strong contenders. I think everybody's underrating them because last season they were so iffy. You've got, firstly, I've said, Pepper's back with his wife, bro.
Yeah.
That means something.
He's not.
They're working on it.
Bro,
It's
it
a work in progress.
collapsed.
I know a brother who's working behind the scenes. Trust me, I've been there, bro. Keep going, Pep.
You say I've been there.
I think Haaland this season is definitely going to play with a chip on his shoulder because there's too many centre forwards this year for him to go high.
I think you're missing the big one.
You
though,
said
bro.
the hot take you gave of Foden's return. I think that's going to be one, but I think the Turkey is going to help him.
But bro,
revive that.
I think
Reijnders is the
you're missing a
Gundogan
good one.
successor.
So
like Rodri, the comeback. The defense is the only thing I'm looking at. That's a bit.
But what my question is because we saw at moments against Wolves as well. Have City addressed what their issue was last year in this transfer window?
Where they were on the transition
and defensively. Have they actually addressed that?
That's where I feel like
Turkey and Reijnders, unbelievable football players. You know what I mean? And Oscar Bob coming back, by the way, shout out Oscar Bob, absolute baller. Listen, 2 training sessions with Oscar Bob. Pep said, "Yo, Savinho, go Spurs." Pack your bags.
Thank you for the highlight.
I almost forgot I had this demon. Hey, yo, Savinho. I ain't even got time in my final 2 years of my contract to mould you into a Pep winger. Go Spurs, bro. Get to Spurs real quick. Do you know what I'm saying? So shout at him. But defense, I still think I'm just looking at them. I'm just
Cam, this is what I would say to you though. This is what I would say to you.
But I feel like
Pep is enough of a sicko.
Going back to
attacking
fullback.
I think he's so much of a sicko.
When you look at the end of the season, even though we always associate Pep with attacking football and scoring goals, at the end of every season, they probably are the team that concede the least goals when they're at their best. So I'm looking at. Are you confident in saying that you think City will concede the least goals this season?
I'm not confident saying that.
Least, but I think their attack will be so much better, and I think their midfield will be more cohesive. And I think that will paper over a lot of their defensive issues. The defensive issues, I also think, John Stones back with injury issues last year. Ruben Diaz inconsistent. You've got Husanov coming out of the January out of nowhere. Basically, there was a lot of unsettled bodies there. Kyle Walker falling on his last legs. I think this season there's going to be a little bit more settledness in that back line. Even James Trafford, to be fair, decent.
Well, this is the thing. There's 2 things for me there. I think ultimately, if City go back to what they're doing best, which is like death by possession and whatnot, with the profiles they've got enough technical proficiency to do that now. And because the players are younger, because remember we got rid of the old guard, we should have players that are fresh enough to.
Not really though.
KDB, Gundo, and all these guys.
Gundo's still there?
No, but Gundo's not going to be playing as much as he was.
Hey, you know Pep's loyalty these days.
No, but he's got
a soft
Tajani.
heart these days.
Tajani.
Pep's heart is
It's
softened.
not as black as it
No,
used to
he's
be,
got in
man.
the clock
Yeah,
thing.
but-
He's got the clock thing going on now,
No,
bro.
but when you
I'm
got-
seeing Bernardo still running around out of there.
No, Bernardo's decent. Don't do that.
No,
Bernardo's
stop
decent.
it, bro. We got Ryan Turkey out here. You're telling me about Bernardo Silva
But
now,
when you
bro.
No, I
got
get it.
Tajani
He's the
Reijnders-
captain, though. You ain't going nowhere.
This is what I'm saying. Strip that
No.
captaincy, bro.
I'm crying.
I can't lie.
But-
Should have gone to Haaland or something,
Yeah,
man.
Rodri, man. Hold that.
With the Trafford one though, you're right. It was a good performance, but when goalkeepers come in, it's always interesting because you've got to command that. You're young. You came through the academy. This is big profiles here. But it's very different from what you were doing before.
Also,
I've been a fan of him, but what happens when Donnarumma comes?
I was going to say.
But that's the
hold
issue,
on.
yeah.
You lot better be sticking your race into that Donnarumma race as well, you know?
Might have to get involved, you know.
Bro,
I wasn't
what
really
the
feeling
hell?
it because of the wage
They got
situation.
Edison and Trafford, and you're going to let them get Donnarumma as well?
Anderson's going
Galatasaray,
Saudi.
innit? Yeah, he's going Galatasaray.
Fam, there's money in Turkey,
for
man.
8 mil, you know.
There's
They're
money in
paying for 8
Turkey.
mil.
Where are these Turks getting these money from?
We can't disclose.
It's all the transplants. It's all being
We can't
washed
disclose.
back.
It's all the culture BBLs.
Yeah.
It's all the culture
Culture yams,
BBLs.
culture yams, and them man funding it, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's the Joel Bayers and Rio, man, giving them service. The Turkish barbers, isn't it?
Hey man,
Turkish barbers,
man.
bro. They go wire
Turkey,
that back.
hit me up,
Wire
man.
that back, bro.
There's that as well. Before we leave quickly on this Isak thing, I've not actually spoke to both of you about it, but what's your perception of how all of this has been handled? Not whether he'll make a good signing, etc. How do you perceive the way that this Isak business, from the conception of it to right now, has been handled? I think it's a mess. I can't lie.
it is a mess, and I think it's what happens when a striker wants out. I think when a striker wants out or a player wants out of a certain situation. There was talks that Newcastle was supposed to give him a new contract last year. They went back on it because financially they just weren't able to, and that's why they're going through a lot of PSR issues this summer. Isak, I felt like last season played to a level where he deserved a new contract. And if you want to secure him for the long term or whatever, you've got to give him that deal. If not, there's always the possibility to leave. I didn't expect Isak to throw his toys out of the pram, not turn up to training.
Got 3 years left.
Bro went back to his ex-team and started training with them.
Yeah.
I said, Sociedad, you're villains for facilitating that as well. So that's the part that's caught me by surprise. I didn't know Isak had that that in him, especially when you won them their first trophy. They've warmed to you in the way that they have. Now I feel like Newcastle fans have pretty much washed their hands off him. He now has to leave essentially because otherwise.
But, I mean, he has to because he's refusing to. He's saying that he'll never play for them again, and that's
insane.
Like, my only thing is that
It's a bit. I think that's a bit of a spit in the face.
Yeah, my opinion is like both. Okay, listen. I think Newcastle need to be able to have the opportunity to get as much money as they can for him. I do think Liverpool. I mean, what Liverpool offered initially is not a record fee, so they got to get at least a record fee for him.
That's true.
But my thing is, so let's say their valuation was 150 million or whatever. Let's say. Find a middle ground, 130 million or something, and let him go, right? My thing with Isak is that at least let them get that opportunity. I said the same thing with Wissa. Wissa scored 19 Premier League goals. Do you know what people do for 19 Premier League goals? Newcastle offered 25 mil, and you went on strike. I'm like, 25 mil? Not even a 40 mil?
Not even a 40.
Give Brentford a chance to make some money, bro.
Not even undisclosed. Not undisclosed.
Give them some chance to make money. So Newcastle are always trying to get their fee.
Yeah.
My thing is like, what happened to the days of just handing my transfer request? I'm still going to play.
You
I'm still gonna train.
You forfeit the incentives, that's why.
Okay, fair enough. But I don't know. This whole everybody's just not
Winding
turning
up.
up
On strike.
is a bit mad,
winding
innit?
up.
Like, but there's two sides to it.
Yeah.
You look at what Isak's doing, but then you look at what Man United and Chelsea do in terms of when we want to get rid of these players. Look at Rasmus Højlund. We said we're not even going to put you in the squad, but you can come to the game if you want and stand in the tunnel.
Wait.
But we are forcing you out of this football
Jadon
club.
Sancho doesn't have a squad number.
No, but Sancho's a very unique situation, so I don't mind that one, right?
No, but he doesn't have a squad number.
But that's like that's a unique situation.
Yeah.
But Anthony, we just exiled him. Malacia, exiled. You know what I mean? These men might want to stay. Rasmus Højlund is begging to stay. And we're saying, get out. You know what I mean? So when so when a football club want you out, they will get you out.
Yeah.
So on the flip side, Isak is wrong in a way because you signed that contract. No one put a gun to your head.
Yeah.
But hey, when a football club want to do it, they'll do it. So
No,
My thing is also
how do you think it ends
Liverpool,
up?
you lot are
He'll leave.
nasty because they've got a replacement ready there in Ekitike who they want, and you go and basically sign him to be like, oh, you don't want to sell us Isak? We're going to teach you a lesson. And then you're still going to go and try and Isak. That's the part for me where I'm like, this whole deal
You're making him look bad.
overcomplicated because you chose to get Ekitike.
Yeah.
If they never signed Ekitike, I reckon they would have had Isak by now.
Yeah.
That's, in my opinion, what truly would have happened.
Yeah.
But them signing Ekitike just made it that much difficult for themselves.
With what you've mentioned, how do you reckon it plays out? I think Wissa very late goes to Newcastle.
Yes. He goes to
Newcastle are
Liverpool.
then in the thing where they try to listen, you either buy him now or you don't. Like, you know, like back in the day, deadline day sort of vibes and whatnot. Then we get like it's an undisclosed world record and whatnot. And then he goes. Because I think ultimately, if he doesn't go in this window, what, are they going to make him sit on the bench till January?
I mean,
That's mad.
That would be insane. I think some way, somehow, he would get back into the team. I think after a couple of...
They said he's not allowed in the city centre, bro.
I'm sorry, I saw Gordon playing the 9 yesterday, and I give that about 4 games before they're chucking Isak back on there. Osula might get a chance or 2, but Isak is going to be needed. If he stays, they're going to play him, bro.
I hear it, man. Listen, we've come to that part of the show, which is the champ and dud of the week.
Come on.
And we're doing it a bit differently this season. If you're first time here, the champ is someone that we think has shown...
By the way,
stood out.
shout out to Sunderland. By the way.
Yes. Africa United.
Shout out to Sunderland.
Africa
3-0
United.
That's the team that I think is staying out. Shout out to Granit Xhaka. I think an FCM unanimous real men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shout out to them. I'm looking forward to seeing Sunderland.
You like their centre half. I think is it Dan Ballard or something? He's like
Ballard. Yeah.
He's your type of he's your type of real man, like massive unit. Talibi's a great winger. Mieda got his goal. They're a good team, man. They're a good team. I hope they do well. And they've got banging that black kit.
Habib Diarra as well.
Habib Diarra. They got good players, man.
Champs.
So champs. So we're doing it a bit differently this season. We're going to nominate someone each, and you guys are going to help us decide who is our champ of the week. And where is my...
We got a trophy, yeah?
We got a little trophy for our champ of the
Have
week.
you bringing the trophies back?
Come on, man. We got to do something.
Who brought the old one?
I did still.
You had to replace it then.
I had to break it still. But...
Can we see it?
We need to get one for the duds. We need to get like a shit emoji.
Yeah, exactly. So who is... Fuad, you start off. Who's your champ of the week?
Oh, my champ of the week. I think I have to go Mohamed Kudus.
Okay.
I think that type of debut, that type of performance, 2 assists, the trickery, that was Joga Bonito. That was African Bonito. I love you, Mohamed Kudus, already, and I can't wait to enjoy you some more this season.
Cool. So you got Kudus. Who's yours, Cam?
Mine is Antoine Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo, of course, racially abused. Done what you need to do. Went to the referee, reported it, kept his head up, scored 2 goals at Anfield. You know what I mean? So I think that is massive show of resilience, show of top mentality, and also showcases ability. And I think maybe Richarlison's is up there, but is that goal of the weekend? Potentially. Potentially.
Definitely.
So for me, Antoine Semenyo.
Sweet. Mine is outside of the Premier League. I'm actually going to go Lamine Yamal. 10 shirt, restoring the feeling, trademark goal now. It's not the Robin anymore, it's the Yamal now. Trademark celebration. This whole King stuff, I can't lie. It's moving me still. It's moving me still. And everyone thought that, it's going to slow. No, he's all gas, no brakes. So for me, I'm going Yamal. Let us know who is your champ from that week. Selection. Whilst that is coming in, there's a poll as well, so make sure you smash that. Make sure you smash the like button as well.
Hit the like.
Smash the like button. Let's do duds as well. So my dud of the week is West Ham. My dud of the week has to be West Ham.
Yeah?
West Ham.
Talk to me.
I just feel like the spirit around West Ham is not great. I just feel like that performance wasn't great. You're getting punched up by a side that just got promoted, and they punched you up well. And then also you look at it as well in terms of, like, obviously I understand the whole Antonio thing, it happened, whatever. The people you bring in, Danny Ings just left, Füllkrug is what injury is he's crocked. It's just that I don't see what the upside with them is. And I don't think Graham Potter is going to be able to do anything. I'll be so honest. Like, I'm watching this guy and I'm thinking to myself, we praised you a lot at Brighton for doing what looks like normal stuff now.
Yeah.
You need to show us something. At Chelsea, you showed nothing. We said you should have got the Spurs job. You're at West Ham, you're showing nothing.
Hey. I told you, look. told you. Look.
Yeah, man.
He needs
West
that
Ham, my
Moyes.
dads.
He needs that
3-0.
Moyes. He needs that Moyes level
Hey,
redemption.
listen. Imagine life in Sunderland right now. You got promoted to the Premier League. First game, they took the long trip from West Ham up north, and you slapped them 3-0. Yeah, you're my dad of the week. Sorry.
Go on, is it you?
Nah.
Mine, it's got to be Brentford, man. It's got to be Brentford. I feel sorry for them, but Dud is very... Do you know what? I'm not going to do Dud for them. I'll say, if anyone watched the game, Mallorca went down to 9 men before the first half. Bro, he's fly kicking guys in the head. Bro, he's fly kicking guys in the head, and then you've got a guy that's on yellow and just absolutely hacked man down. Like, do you not know you're on a yellow? Second, 2-man red cards, and then for the rest of the game, they just dived the whole and then
2 bags of 4, literally.
Yeah, and they kept diving, and then at any opportunity they were trying to fight. They were trying to fight players. Yeah. Then you had some guy squaring up to Lamine Yamal. I'm like, bro, he's 17, he's 18.
But he scored afterwards.
Yeah, and he scored straight after. He's squaring up to him. It was just a head loss type of game. A little boy in the crowd was crying. I was like, yeah, Mallorca as an institution, I've got to give you guys done a week. 9 men in the first half is ridiculous, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go buy in there. I can't lie. Every time I see this guy, he's dropping trousers.
Yeah.
He's last time I saw him was against us in the Carabao.
We went to the game.
And he absolutely threw the game away. Now you get given the blessing of the opening day. New season, take on a shirt. We need you buy in there. And he just says, you know what? Let me show you. I'm cut from the same cloth. Yeah. So buy in there. That is pure duddery, brother. If it weren't for your mistake, you might have walked away with a draw today.
I hear it. Polls wrapped up, of course.
What are they saying?
The decision, of course, is Semenyo.
Hey,
you are a champ of the week.
Semenyo.
Well deserved, man. Well deserved. We're going to be doing that every week, so make sure send in your suggestions as well. Obviously, we'll put us forward.
We need to set up like a wall of champs, of champs or something like that every week. Who gets nominated? So week 1, Semenyo.
How hard is this new studio though, people?
This is
kind of cold. This sign is gas.
Bro,
what?
See, do you know what this clocked as well? We're sat in the FCM order as well.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Finally,
you got it in order.
It works, man. But listen, that is the end of episode
Feels good to be back.
1 of the season.
Definitely,
Listen,
man.
I know there was a lot of
Plenty
other boys coming back. They disappeared abruptly. We didn't see World Cup. Listen, everything happens for a reason. We are back. We are back with a bang. Be expecting more content than ever. Be expecting different types of content. Make sure you're following the personals as well. So listen, right now, if you're here, smash the like button and go and follow Culture Cam.
Go straight to my YouTube.
Smash the like button and follow Spurs Eyes View.
My response, my reaction's out now. Go to my YouTube, hit the like, say you came from FCM, man.
We are working.
Trust me.
We've got things in the pipeline. And trust me, this season's going to be bigger than ever. Thank you for rocking with us. If it's your first time, thank you for joining us as well.
Hey,
you're part of the family, man. Like, share, subscribe. We haven't said this one yet today. Algorithm. And we'll be back next week. Peace.